What if I told you that an object carved centuries ago could destroy every life it touches? That no matter where it goes, museums, private collections, or the hands of ordinary people, misfortune follows like a shadow. Today, we uncover the chilling story of a cursed artifact, an object whispered about in history as both priceless and deadly. Our story begins in the late 1800s. Deep in the sands of Egypt, a group of British explorers unearthed something strange. A small, intricately carved relic, buried alongside an unmarked tomb. At first glance, it seemed ordinary, a beautifully decorated figure made of stone and gold inlay. But locals warned them not to disturb it. According to village elders, the object was cursed, tied to a forgotten dynasty, whose downfall was said to have been brought about by betrayal and blood. The warnings, however, went ignored. The explorers packed the artifact and carried it home, laughing at the idea of curses. Within weeks, the first tragedy struck. The expedition's leader, a man in perfect health, suddenly fell ill and died under mysterious circumstances. Another member vanished on a return trip, his body never found. One by one, those connected to the dig began to suffer. By the early 1900s, the artifact had made its way to London, placed in a collector's home. Visitors described a strange atmosphere in the room where it sat. Some said the air felt heavier, as if the walls themselves were pressing in. Then came the accidents. The collector's wife fell down a staircase. Their son was injured in a carriage crash. Finally, the collector himself was found lifeless at his desk, with the artifact sitting directly in front of him. By now, whispers had grown louder. Newspapers dubbed it the idol of doom. People claimed to hear faint whispers around it, and shadows seemed to dance across its surface when no light was nearby. Eventually, the artifact was donated to a British museum. Curators thought they could put an end to the superstition, lock it safely behind glass, and treat it as a harmless historical piece. But the curse didn't stop. One guard assigned to watch the artifact suffered a fatal stroke on his very first night. Another worker was struck by falling debris in a freak accident just outside the gallery. Even visitors reported strange happenings, sudden dizziness, fainting spells, and overwhelming feelings of dread. The museum quietly moved the artifact into storage, where it stayed hidden for years. But history has a way of repeating itself, and cursed objects never like to remain forgotten. Decades later, in the 1950s, the artifact resurfaced at an estate auction. A wealthy businessman purchased it, ignoring its notorious reputation. He claimed he didn't believe in curses. Not long after, his mansion caught fire in the middle of the night. Though his family escaped, he himself was trapped and killed. Firefighters later said the flames spread unnaturally fast, almost as though something was fueling them. The artifact survived the blaze, completely untouched. Afterward, it disappeared again, passing through the hands of shadowy collectors, each time leaving a trail of accidents, sudden deaths, or ruined fortunes. So where did this curse begin? Ancient records suggest the artifact may have been linked to a high priest who betrayed his pharaoh in a brutal struggle for power. When the betrayal was uncovered, the priest was executed, but not before placing a curse upon the object he held most sacred. Others say it wasn't a priest at all, but rather a funerary idol, placed in tombs to guard the dead. If disturbed, it was said to unleash the wrath of the afterlife. Skeptics argue these are nothing more than stories, exaggerated over time. But believers point out the pattern. Misfortune has followed this object across continents and centuries. In recent decades, sightings of the cursed artifact had become rare. Some say it still sits locked away in a private vault. Others claim it was quietly returned to Egypt to end the cycle of destruction. And then there are the darker rumors that it was stolen again, smuggled into the black market, waiting for its next victim. Paranormal investigators who've looked into the artifact insist that its curse isn't mere coincidence. They point to electromagnetic disturbances around the object, sudden malfunctions of cameras, and even unexplained scratches appearing on storage containers. Is this all superstition? A string of tragedies loosely tied together? Or is there truly something darker at play? What do you think? Is it truly cursed? or simply the victim of coincidence and human imagination? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. One thing is certain, if you ever find yourself in the presence of such an object, would you dare to touch it? If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another mystery.